Hey, what is going on, my fellow Sagittarius? Butch Tarot here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Spellcaster Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Sagittarius? What's going on for Sagittarius, universe? All right, Sagittarius. So the first thing I see, Sagittarius, I feel like there's someone new. Someone that caught your eye. Now, I feel like with this person, I feel like there's this draw that you have to them that it's almost like you can't really explain. But I do feel like you're holding back. Even though I feel like you want this person, you know what you want. I feel like there is a sense that you're holding back. Maybe not sure how they feel about you. Maybe feeling like this is happening all very quickly. But to be honest with you, I feel like you're overthinking the shit out of this. You're putting way too much thought in it. That pull you feel toward this person. You know exactly what's right in front of you. You know exactly what you want. I feel like sometimes we feel like when we have feelings like this, someone new comes into our life, they're new to us, but yet everything in us is telling us there is something much deeper going on here, something that we can't ignore. And in this case, there's a very good reason for this. What I see is this person that you're being drawn to, they're being drawn to you. I feel like you both feel the same way, but I feel like, we have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like there is some obstacles, and I feel like, yes, there's obstacles, and yes, it's not going to be easy, but don't let yourself overthink this too much, and for the cross watcher, don't let yourself think this too much. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. But when is anything in life that's good, that's special, that's worth the effort? When is that not? Anything good in life, we got to put work into it. You think about all the connections you have with your friends, family, if you have children. It's all hard work, but it's worth it. And this is no different. Like I said, there is some obstacles here. But like I said, this connection isn't going away. And I feel like the hesitance, you're not seeing what's right in front of you. What's right in front of you is this person. They're right there in front of you. They're being drawn to you as much as you're being drawn to them. And if you wonder why they may seem defensive, or they may seem like they're not on the same page as you, they may seem hesitant. How are you feeling? I feel like compatibility wise, I feel like you've never met anybody this compatible to you. You're feeling the same way. You're thinking the same thing. You're overthinking it. You're looking at the hard and not the good. You're looking at the bad. You're looking at the obstacles. But one thing is clear is I feel like no matter how you cut this, I feel like you got to see it in a different perspective. You got to nurture it. And I feel like I said, you know what you want. They know what they want. You want to fill each other's cups up. And I feel like that's exactly what you're going to do, but you got to allow it to flow. I mean, you cutting this off of the legs is doing neither one of you any good. Feeling like you don't know how they feel. But like I said, anything in life is worth fighting for. And that's what I see. This is something you need to fight for. Because it's worth it. Because at the end of the day, this draw you have toward each other is just the beginning. We have that Lover's card and we have that Ten of Cups. This connection is much deeper than you realize. And like I said, maybe it's because you don't know what they're thinking. Maybe you feel like this is happening too quickly and then it's kind of crazy. So maybe talking yourself out of that way. Maybe that's one of the obstacles. Feeling like you're falling too hard, too fast. But trust me, when I say this, from what I can see, they're falling just as hard, just as fast. And you both want to be caught. There's so much going on here. Another obstacle is I feel like maybe you got too much on your plate, or maybe they got too much on their plate, but clear your plate, make room. Like I said, I see a strong foundation here. I see a true life partner. Someone that is going to be there through the thick and thin. Someone that doesn't hinder you, but helps you. And one thing's clear here is you got to trust your intuition. Your intuition, it got you this far. And if there's a time to listen, it's now. Stop overthinking. Stop thinking that, the way you feel about them, they couldn't possibly feel about you. Why couldn't they? And better yet, they do. Like I said, the moment you open up, the moment we be honest with ourselves, be honest with them, be completely honest, be completely open. And with that, we have new love. And I see a huge transformation with that Death card. I see a lot of forward movement. But as long as we're holding it back, this is like trying to run a race, while tying yourself down with a boat anchor. You can run a hell of a lot faster without it. And like I said, there's a lot of big changes coming here. I'm not saying there isn't. I'm not saying this is going to be easy. I've actually said it isn't going to be easy. But is it going to be worth it? Hell yeah, it is. We got that Six of Swords. Those big changes. And those big changes, when I say this, just believe me. These big changes are going to bring a lot of happiness. I don't feel like you're in a happy place right now. I don't feel like you're, until this person came in your life, I feel like shit hasn't been really going well. Like I said, that Two of Pentacles, having too much on your plate, you got a lot to deal with. That's the beauty of this connection. This is someone that is going to help you lighten your burden. And all they want in return is you to help them when they need it. That's what a true partnership is about. It's not about, physical connection. Obviously, you need a physical connection, but that isn't important. Because one day you're going to be too old, with your forever person, you're going to be too old to do that. You're going to be too old for the physical. And what's left? Having someone that's got your back. Having someone that's there to the end. Having someone that's special, that cares about you in a much deeper way. If somebody's with you just for the physical, when it runs out, where do you think they're going to go? That's not what you have here. You have someone that wants to fill your cups up, that wants you to fill theirs. There's someone that protects you and wants to be protected by you. With that Emperor. And most importantly, this person's nurturing. They're loving. They're emotionally mature. And it's not something that I feel like you've found yet. And like I said, sometimes things happen quickly. Sometimes we meet someone. Sometimes we fall hard and fast. That shouldn't be the narrative of this story. It should be how you feel, what you want, and what you're going to get. Too many people focus on the little things. Yeah, the little things added up sometimes can be big things, but sometimes the big things are being ignored. And we can't ignore the elephant in the room anymore. Like I said, trust your intuition. Take that leap of faith. Or they will. Either way, this is the beginning of a whole new journey. Every moment in your life has led you to this point. And even if it's happening quickly, even if it's happening to the point where you think they don't feel the same way, trust me when I say this, the person that you're wanting wants you. The person that you feel this way feels this way about you. This is not a coincidence. This is not a mistake. And like I said, the most important part of this is that this is not just, this is not about strength and loyalty. It's not just about that. It's about having a true friend. Someone that's not just your friend, that's your partner. That's your forever partner. Like I said, with that Lover's card and the Ace of Cups, I really feel like this could be the one. And is the one not worth fighting for? Is the one not worth going through whatever you have to go through to get? Like I said, you can do what you want in life, and you can take your time, and you can take roads that aren't risky. Don't be disappointed when you never get the real one, because you didn't risk it. You gotta risk it for the biscuit. Excuse me. A lot of people get frightened. Sometimes somebody comes along in our life and we didn't expect them to show up, and they just showed up, and all of a sudden we can't stop thinking about them. We just want to be with them. We just want to know them. And it feels scary because, sometimes we don't want to tell the person. It almost stops us from telling the person because we're afraid they're going to think we're crazy. But who says they're not going to match your crazy? With this person, we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The only way to meet crazy is to match it. It's one of the things in life sometimes we lose over time. We lose the idea that there's such a thing as love at first sight, or there's such a thing as, a true connection with someone. Just because you may have just met this person doesn't mean your energy has been waiting for them, hasn't been yearning for them. I talk about this all the time with connections, is that you never know. You really never know. There's always a plan. and sometimes we don't see the big picture, but it doesn't mean it's not there. Sometimes even heading toward that person, I honestly feel like we're heading toward our soulmate our whole life. That person that we're meant to be with. I feel like we're heading it a whole life. And sometimes we hit obstacles. Maybe you got with someone and you stay with them longer than you should have, even though everything in you told you to go. That'll be a roadblock in your path to this person. Maybe they did. You never know what slowed you down, but no matter you've been slowed down or not, you're still always heading into that point where you meet that person. And it may be when you may have met that person when you were 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80. But once you find them, they're worth fighting for. There's nothing been in your whole life worth fighting for more than this. Yeah, it may seem crazy. It may seem strange. It may make you feel weird to think about the fact that how much you're drawn to this person. But a true connection, you're drawn to each other. Can't fight it. Why try? Sometimes people fight to make a connection with people. Sometimes you really want to be with somebody so bad that you fight for it. Even though you voices in your head are telling you no, back away. The heart wants what the heart wants. Well, people always say that, but in this case, why can't that be true? People always try to, flip things around. Like, they believe in love at first sight, but when love at first sight happens, when they meet someone that they fall in love with right away, they get hesitant, even though they've always believed in love at first sight. Or they always dreamed of love at first sight. When it happens, some people have a tendency of not believing what's right in front of you. That's the thing. If love was expected, if you knew when to expect it, would it be that great? Maybe it would. But, just think of this as like a love sucker punch. You didn't see that shit coming, but it's still there. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.